says we can hear me, then we're underway. You know, let's chop this bit out, right? Welcome along, everybody
Good evening.
who's on stream. This is the first of 2 races that we'll be doing tonight. It's about to come up at Oulton
Can we add
Park
some ballast to Keith's
in
car,
the
please?
Formula 4. I'm actually going to just turn voice chat off for a second because it's really loud in my ear and I need to configure that. These are the things you learn when you start live streaming. So yeah, Community Cup. This is a collaboration between myself and Lorenzo at LDFR Sim Racing. We've done some of these community races in the past, but it's been a little while. And essentially 6 rounds, community championship. Everybody's welcome to join. If you've missed the boat for this round, then races are coming up next week and the week after. You can hop into my Discord server in order to find the joining details and get on the grid for the next round of races. But we should have around 20 to 30 drivers on the grid for this session, so it should be pretty packed, particularly around this Oulton Park circuit. David, I know, mate, I wish you on the grid as well, buddy, but hopefully you'll get on for later races in the season. Awkwardly, my chat is kind of off to the right hand side here, so I'm going to be kind of looking off camera for a little bit. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilise my phone at least before we get started on the race. These are the amateur streaming challenges at the moment that I've got to just get on top of. But hello Nick, lovely to see you, buddy. Amazing that you've stuck with the channel this long, Nick. You've been here since like day one, mate, with race room sessions and whatnot in the old SCB community. Thanks everybody who's joined in chat already. So in terms of the racing tonight then, as I was saying, 2 20-minute sessions, no pit stop or anything like that, but a reverse grid for race 2. As ever, I'm kind of an arrive and drive sort of fella, so I haven't done a lot of practice at all. Just turned a few laps there before going live on the stream, and we're in P14 as you can see from the standings there, but it's very, very tight in the midfield. I don't think I'm going to go that much quicker, so pop up the lap times on iRacing. Did a 1:34.7. Honestly, to kind of go too much faster, I'm going to be risking the rear of the car, particularly through the middle sector of the lap. So I imagine that's going to be our quali and our race pace. It might get faster as we get into the race, but no guarantees of that. But I think if we can do that, then probably it's just about keeping our nose clean. There's going to be some carnage in this race, just because of the nature of the combination. And then we might be able to make up some place and get in the top 10. We can stick in the top 20, we'll get some championship points, all good stuff. But just to manage expectations, there's some really quick drivers on the grid, particularly the top 3 or 4, maybe even 5 or 6 that you can see in the timings tower at the minute. I imagine they'll be a good half a second lap quicker by the time we get into race conditions. Aiming for 9th, David. Yeah, that is my my sort of customary position, even in a community race. Doesn't matter whether I'm racing online or with the community. It tends to be around the midfield, but there you go. Righty, I might get out on track again before we go to quali. What I am going to try and do though is just get voice chat back on and turn the volume down so I can hear what people are saying, but without deafening myself, while also trying to communicate to you guys on stream. Cool. Once I'm out on track, guys, let me know if you can hear the engine noises and whatnot and the kind of in-game sounds, and I can always adjust that if needs be. Thank you, Jamie, buddy. Good luck to you as well, mate. I am not immune, by the way, to the old streamer crack of can you leave a like? And if you're not subscribed to the channel, then that would be enormously helpful as well. Hey, Leonard. Good to see you, buddy. What's cool about these community races is obviously there's a bunch of lads in here who I have known and raced with for a good number of years since starting the channel. There's also lads in here who I've met online in iRacing on the grid who've ended up joining the Discord. And this is another great opportunity to kind of race together. so I can definitely recommend doing that. I can see people asking for a link in chat, and hopefully somebody can provide it. I thought I had in the description of the stream, but if I haven't, then before we get going in the race, I'll maybe try and update that. If not, if you just look in the description of any of my recent videos, you should see a link to the community. Oh, there's somebody off to the left. Definitely going to be seeing some of that during the race, I imagine. And a few accidents through there as well. Actually a surprisingly high speed combination. This, like, you really can push the F4 car, particularly once the car's at the temperature, pretty hard. You're on full throttle for a lot of the lap. At least I think you're meant to be. Obviously in the early laps, as you can see at the minute, and that right there is a treacherous off track, you've got to avoid that. But in the early laps, as the car's coming to temperature, you've got to give it a little bit of margin, but when the tyres are in, otherwise that happens. When the tyres are in, that doesn't happen, and you can really push the pace pretty hard. Found that going through there in third is preferable. And even through here, so just doesn't unsettle the car as much. I can't hear chat at all now, and I guess you guys can't either, so I need to correct that a bit. It's so easy to get that corner wrong and end up being out too wide. And I dread to think what's going to happen if anybody fancies an overtake through there. Good to get these things out of the way in practice, don't you think? This is the first time, of course, for a long time that I do any live comms on the race. If you've seen my videos before, you'll know all of the commentary is done post-edit, which means my focus is normally squarely just on getting a good race result. So you'll forgive me if, when the action gets a bit serious, I shut up a bit. In fact, I think when we're through here, I'm going to go and try and sort out my voice chat. Because as I say, I'm relatively happy with my top pace. Well, not happy with it, but I'm realistic about it. It's not going to get too much faster. Bump that up a little bit. And quickly check a bit of chat. Cheers, Keith, and cheers for not only joining the race tonight, but you became a member. You joined the channel tonight, which I really appreciate, buddy. That is very generous of you. Yes, Leonard, that was my phone that I was checking chat on. That fell. What else we got in here? Sorry, buddy, I'm not on Twitch. Turn the game sign down. I can do that. Not too much though. What else we got? Yes, Paolo Ambrosio, worth checking out during the race to see where he's. In fact, he's ahead of me. Look at that. He's got a 1/10 of a second up on it, and he's just joined iRacing, Paolo. But he is really quick in general, but he's particularly quick in junior Formula cars. I remember that from the very first sessions we did in the SCB community on Race Room. So Paolo, not to be underestimated, and of course did once epically win a Formula 90s race, I think, on Race Room by a country mile. He was in a class of 1 that day. So I expect big things from you, Paolo, even though it is your first race, and we're into qualifying. Okie dokie, folks. I am going to go and set the best times that we can. We haven't got long to do it, so I'm going to be quiet for a little bit, get into qualifying. Hopefully we can at least set one clean lap and not invalidate them all. Should double check how many have actually made it onto the grid as well. I think we were on about 25 drivers earlier. In case you missed it at the start of the stream, or in case I was still muted, top 20 scoring points tonight in both the feature race and the heat race. And the second race of the night will be a reverse grid. So God help us all. Although having raced with Jamie Kennedy and a few others in leagues before with reverse grids, I've tended to benefit massively from that. Any incident in race 1 could end up on pole for race 2. And my moderate pace is enough to keep me out front. Just take it nice and easy through here first time. We've got 3 laps to set quali, so one more than the usual ranked server. So this lap is really just getting the banker in, and now I've said that, I'm definitely going to mess it up. The last thing I want is more pressure in laps 2 and 3. Oh, that didn't feel great. It's not quite confident on the brakes yet. Was pretty conservative as well. Alright, so we've got a benchmark. That we're already 2/10 down on. Uh-oh. Well, that was a bit better. And so was that. That wasn't though. Bit of understeer there. Oh, nearly a 1x. DME. Just too light on the brakes there. It's going to cost me on exit. None of that felt great either. Oh, we've lost time there too. And we're going to be down. Oh dear. Well, we'll see how much that costs us then in the final running order, because we should have been a couple of tenths up there. But just, unfortunately, couldn't deliver it. Let's see though, P11 right in the midfield where we usually are. P12, I think we'll fall a bit further, to be fair. But yeah, there we go. Not a great qualifier. I don't know about you guys watching, but it's always been my Achilles heel. Much, much, much better in race conditions where judgment and moderate behaviour pay off, whereas actually kind of pushing the car to the limit, I find the pressure gets to me a bit. As you could kind of see on that last lap, like, alright, I didn't invalidate the lap, but, you know, I think we were a couple of tenths up for a big chunk of that lap. And it wouldn't necessarily have gotten us another position by the looks of things at this stage at least, but you know, could have put us in and around Steadman and Broadwood there, but never mind. What can you do? In the end, in a 20-minute race, it's probably going to have a marginal impact. Let's have a check-in on chat. Hey Nick, good to see you, buddy. And yes, I'm with you in sucking at one lap pace. Keith, off tracks are awful. Where did you end up putting it, Keith? Keith, you're in pole position, man. I told you in practice you were sandbagging. Just made that last lap. Dear me, though, it looks like it's close. Less than a tenth of a second between you and Parker. Fair play, man. Damien Verbrugge had a fantastic battle with Damien maybe a year ago on iRacing. Awesome to see you on the grid, Damien. And just a couple of tenths off the pole position. I guess the majority of lap times have been set now, so this might be the grid. Brilliant to see Jamie Kennedy up there in P8. Great pace, Jamie. Paolo, P17. Not bad at all. First competitive outing. We've got a couple of other Broca cars on the grid. At least I think we've got a couple. I wonder if Rogerio Santos hasn't been able to make it. He might not have. But Jarrett Will is definitely running Broca colours. There may be a couple of others as well, which is cool to see. Thank you, Nick. Enjoy the TCR, buddy. Leonard, which pedals and wheel do I use? So, I've just got, relatively recently, a SimMagic Alpha Mini. Really enjoy it. My old AccuForce V2 gave up the ghost. So I indulged myself and got an Alpha Mini and a GT Neo wheel, and I've been really impressed with them both so far. And then pedals, God, I'm still running my Thrustmaster TLCM. So they're probably like the next bit of the setup to upgrade, to be honest. But they do a job, and I'm used to them. So who knows, maybe with a better set of pedals, I'd be fighting for a top 8, not a top 13. But I think generally they're not a bad set of pedals, and they were very cheap compared to what you might pay. Anyway, the time for talking is almost over. So we are slap bang in the mid pack. I've not got the full standings up on the left hand side because they just wouldn't fit on the screen. Good luck, everybody, racing tonight. I hope you have a great time. Remember, leave everybody a bit of space, and it's a fun community event at the end of the day. But enjoy yourselves. And that goes for you.
So send it into turn 1, yeah?
Bowling ball.
Okay.
And that goes for everybody watching on the stream as well.
You get a point for every instant point you get. Hold my beer.
Quick question. Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Andrew?
Yeah, alright.
Hey.
Alright then. It's a fixed setup, so you don't need to worry too much about anything else. As I say, guys, it would do me a lot of good on YouTube if you could leave a thumbs up on the stream, if you're enjoying it, of course. And hopefully you will enjoy the race. Hopefully I'm going to enjoy the race. If I'm out at T1, that's going to be pretty hard to take, but it might happen, so you've got to prepare for everything in this game. But my aim, really, top 15 would be pretty good, I think. Weighing up the risks of getting involved in an accident versus benefiting from them. Thanks, Bobby.
I can feel the freedom.
Here we go. Oh, we've had some good starts behind us. I think that's Jarrett Will. Who's going to get taken out here then? Everyone being nice and sensible, but I have definitely dropped a position or two there. I've just remembered I haven't got crew chief on. Mistake. Oh, he's a couple of cars gone on the outside. No. I really hope the driver behind decides to just ease off here. Thank you. Let's all get round this for the first time. Alright. I did say we had a few drivers in Broca colours tonight. Jerry was one of them. And that might be his race over. Just nice and gentle through here on that one. Sylvan Milan up ahead. No. Remember to shift gears, Ben. Might be a little move into the final corner on here. Think better of it. P12. Going to slow us both down, innit? That might not have been the most sensible decision. Oh, big accident. Where are you going to go, mate? Not off. Oh, God. That seemed like the best option. Okay, P11, and that was Paolo behind us, who's now ahead of us. The main thing is, we've survived. Oh, Paolo, mate, the track goes the other way. Back end getting loose out on Paolo, unlucky, but not an unusual circumstance in these cars. No. Very nearly asking too much of the brakes there. Step in there again. Not feeling too quick at this point. Barrera out front at the minute. Oh, I spy a Broca livery going off again. That was Joe Thomas, who's a lap down by the looks of it. Which suggests he got involved in something. Oh, a bit fast there. The apex completely. Need to get onto the rear wing of Sylvan and Jamie up ahead here. Not lose touch. It's just not possible for me to look at chat, unfortunately, guys, through the race. But I will, of course, check in afterwards. Try and go back through. So we've reeled Milan in by a few tenths in this lap so far. Half a second, in fact. He looks to be struggling. Wide there as well. At a minimum, that's going to be an instant point. The question is, catching somebody's one thing, but there's so few good overtaking opportunities on this lap. Loads of chances to get it wrong. This is a chance though. Oh, I really didn't want to go side by side there. One of those things, felt like I didn't have much choice, but at least we stayed safe. We just massively lost out on time. Too big a lunge on the brakes to try anything there. David Ross now in close attention behind as well. 1/10 of a second. God, now we're going to be side by side, going through the double apex. I really don't want to. I'm going to try and avoid it. And line up a pass at the last corner instead. Not close enough though. Matt Weeks is catching us up as well. Go defensive. We're going to go wide. Oh, I'm going to be wide. I can get a slow down. You're kidding me. So we're trying to spend it here, but that's going to absolutely kill us. Critical error out of the top 10. Just trying to give Sylvain room on the inside. This could all kick off here as well, by the way. Matt Weeks is through. Drama is not over from this exchange. Oh, they've come together. That was sort of inevitable. You see, so often that is the alternative to closing the space off, which might secure you the position. Oh, we've got a rejoiner as well. Who's that? It's Brandon Spollander. I've got to be really careful here. David not having a good time through there. I really don't want to be side by side here. I have to bleed out of it. If I had the inside, I would have stuck it, but over half race distance now. We're completely disconnected from drivers further up the field, but fighting for a top 10. And crucially, still safe. Brandon's dropped back loads there. I wonder if he's maybe carrying a bit of damage or he's made another mistake. Hope you're enjoying the race, guys. The good news for you is we've been in combat for pretty much the whole race so far. So hopefully you're enjoying the action. We've now got a couple of seconds back to Brandon. David's locked up. Oh, you see? I don't know if you guys ever find that. I was coasting in the corner there, which is like almost the worst thing you can do, because then you just get away from your normal braking points. You end up ironically carrying too much speed in. Guilty there of driving to the drive up ahead. Nearly causing myself an accident. I think I'm going to need David to make a mistake. Of course, helpfully David will know he's on stream at the minute. Maybe that adds to the pressure. Any wrong move lives forever on YouTube. Of course, the same goes for me, so maybe not. So hard following through those corners so close behind another driver. It's really off-putting. And we've actually dropped back a 10 for 2. There's not that many laps left. Only got 4 minutes left. David's wide again. Surely racking up the inside points. I can't believe I got a slowdown for going wide down here. And people aren't picking up slowdowns for going wide up there. There's no way it's the faster line to run out on the grass. Lock up. Hopefully not a big one. And now Brandon is back in touch with us. That was a mistake from David. Now a judgment call. Do we go for it? Try and frighten him. Oh my god. Thank god he backed out of that. Sorry David. That wasn't great. He probably doesn't know from the cockpit, but I wasn't entirely in control there. And now we're going to have Brandon attacking me. Thankfully, he takes a sensible pill. But yeah, if you watched that back, David, thanks for leaving me the space, buddy. I think if you hadn't, we were probably both going off. So P8, a couple of laps to go, and it's probably the first laps we've had in clean air for a long time. So it's now going to be, can we keep Brandon behind? If you're wondering why I haven't changed my tear-off visor to clean the screen up, it's because I've forgotten to map that button. Brandon's got the pace on us here, by the way. It's going to be very difficult to keep him behind. Other than, it's quite hard to overtake. And he has made a mistake before. Oh, it's going to be my turn to decide what to do here. I'm going to give him it. Partly as karma with David, but also because I think Brandon is quicker and I don't want to crash. Let's see if I can keep up with him. Don't want to cost myself loads of time to David. Although there's only one lap left, maybe I gave that up too easily. You can let me know in the chat. think my experience of not being in control when I passed David spooked me a little bit. It's a back marker up ahead. This could get tasty. It's worth saying that the points in the cup, in losing P8 to P9, I've only lost 1 point. And it's going to be P9. Good race, everybody. Well done, Brandon.
Oh, that was a good fun.
David, buddy, sorry if I barged you out the way in the chicane there.
Nah, that was all on me, man. I put a wheel on the grass.
Thank God you did, because I think we might have collided otherwise.
Oh, man, if you'd heard me, all that time you were chasing me, I was screaming like, no!
Yeah, the pressure of the live streamer chasing you can't be good. Right, we will wait then for the carryover. Let me have a little look at chat. See how you enjoyed that. I think that's a good result, isn't it, chat? P8. Was it P8 or P9? Oh, it's showing up as P8, but I think it may well have been P9. Anyway. Yeah, David, a nosebleed indeed. So I see I've ended up matching the finish. I've got to quit, haven't I? I've got to quit out of this and get into... No, you don't. Alright, hang on. I wonder if some drivers have taken themselves out of that. Let me get into Discord to just let them know. To rejoin. Hey folks, don't quit the server. Stay in for race 2. Alright, so we've got a 5-minute warm up now. It gives people a chance just to cool down a bit. Let me save the replay just in case there's any funny business later on. So we can take a look at that after the stream. Righty. Squeak, squeak. Yeah, no, not squeaky wheel. Something squeaking in my rig at the minute, and I haven't been able to find out what it is. Hopefully that's not too off-putting on the stream. If it is, I'll see what I can do. What else we got in here? Got 12x on last corner, last lap. What happened then? What's the actual result of this race? Let me turn off my overlay for a second. I'm confused as to where we've actually classified in that race. Can it be that we came home in P7 and that Parker won it? Maybe. Ah, so Keith got a penalty. Sorry to hear that, Chief. 32 people in the stream by the looks of things. That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching tonight, guys, and hope you enjoyed race 1. We're just in between sessions at the minute, 2.5 minutes to go, and then we'll be on for the second 20-minute race, which has a reverse grid. And according to this, going to be starting in P19. Who's going to be on pole then? That's always interesting. Chris Broadwith on pole, Joe Thomas P2, Scott Warner in P3. So Scott must have come a cropper early on in that race because Scott is quick. So I imagine he'll be winning this race if he can keep his nose clean, which will be good points for him. Maybe take a little look at some of the footage from that opening race. What happened? Is that what it is? This is the first corner, isn't it? What is Jerry doing? Track goes this way, man. Is it a lockup? Oh, Jerry, I'm sorry, buddy. You know I love you, really. That is really unlucky, buddy. I'd be gutted if that had happened. If that happened to me. What is going on further forward? I kind of want to see what happened to Scott, because Scott is quick and would have been fancying solid top 10. He's going side by side here with Brandon. Should we see if he's still side by side with Brandon? Oh, he's the one who gets taken out here. Who's that then? Is that Liam? Oh no. One of those where you're too busy focused on the guy on the left hand side and then carrying speed through, but Scott's right there. R.I.P. And of course that was nearly me in that situation as well, wasn't it? I've already gone past there. Yeah, there I am on the grass. Oh, he creeps backwards as well. That was lovely. Still, we managed to avoid it. Right, we're going to be heading in to the next session. Hey, Stott. Unlucky, buddy. It happens to the best of us. Scott, I'm sure, will be feeling less philosophical about it. The overlays, Speed Goat, are Race Lab overlays. And it's the paid for version. There's a free version, but there's also a paid for version, and they're both pretty flexible and customizable. But obviously you just get a bit more with the paid subscription. Righty guys, 45 seconds and counting. Let's get on the grid for race 2, starting P19 of 25. Pray for all of us, I think, in a reverse grid race. This could all be over within a matter of seconds, depending on how the first set of corners go. But it's a bit of fun, isn't it? So, you know, can't get overly stressed about it. I imagine if some of the drivers at the front are feeling pretty stressed about having the whole pack behind them. But hopefully everybody gets through relatively cleanly. We'll do our best. That's all we can do. And try and nab another top 20 finish. If we get in the top 10, that'd be great. But we know it's hard to pass here. So unless folk bottle it, it might be a case of just trying to get through the slower traffic. Here we go. God, the red light's on for an age. Lost that to Brandon straight away. Oh. I've definitely got a drive on my right hand side here. That looks like Joe Thomas off. Oh mate, Jesus Christ. That is about as close as you want to get. We've got a 0x from that. Look at this, man. This cannot end well. At least someone's going off here. Surely I'm going to just have to let this guy go around the outside here. Give me room. We can still come together here. Jesus Christ, we've got the chicane coming up. Alright then, just had to get heavy on the brakes there. That was Damien. Scrupulously fair driver in my experience, Damien. He's warming the tyres. Don't worry mate, I'm not going to come down your inside here. I'm not mad.
Sorry, mate.
Speaking of mad, look ahead. Up to P15 though. Oh, big hit. Don't. Thank God for that. Okay, P13. We're making progress. Just gotta give everyone some margin through here. More collisions at the right hand side.
Holy.
Okay, someone. Andrew's got a run on us here. Be sensible, Andrew. Good lad. Oh, little 0x. P9. Well, we got lucky there. No doubt about it. So Andrew is going to be quicker than us. Parker's behind him, so they've both survived. They're front-running drivers. Oh, that looks like David getting in. Too deep into the chicane. Side by side here.
Not this again.
Battle resumes. Not into here though. God, here comes Andrew. Yeah. Oh, here comes Parker. I don't mind, to be honest. I'm going to let them go. Back down to P11, but I think we'll find that was a sensible thing to do. David, what have you done, mate? That's not sensible. Oh, Andrew, that's not sensible either.
Sorry.
You see, so often in online racing, discretion is the better part of valor.
I don't think I've done that before.
I'm glad you did.
I second that.
Lucky break for Andrew to go off like that. Mega quick, usually ultra reliable.
Yeah, sorry to whoever I scared that rejoined. It was shocking.
You scared me that much, I spun on the next corner.
Okay, so race update. We've got Jamie Kennedy behind. I'm going to try and keep in touch with the drivers up ahead. Both are going to be a bit quicker, but then who knows who's further up the road. Sylvain Milan, so you know we were involved in a pretty good battle with him. And we've got yellow flag. What's going on? Oh, more drivers off on the grass. That is Sylvain. Oh, don't cut me off here, buddy. Thank you. It's worked out nicely. Up to P8. I've resumed my natural position. All is right with the order of the world. Let's wave that checkered flag. Some hard racing going on up ahead. So who knows how that's going to go.
Thank you.
You can get the lap times down at the early 35s as well. Much too narrow into there. Joe Thomas out of the race by the looks of it. Sorry Joe, buddy. Long time support of the channel, Joe. Absolute legend. He has ran our endurance teams for like the last year, I think, maybe a little bit longer. Oh, that's going to be a 1X, is it? Nope. Nearly. Happy to be in the 134s. If you were around at the start of the stream, you'll know that is basically what I thought my pace was. Nick's gone as well. Nick. Sorry to see that, buddy. Again, long time supporter of the channel, Nick. Oh, getting down into the mid 134s here. Not going to replicate it with that though. Not in the same postcode as the Apex. So Brandon has dropped all the way to the back. I can't remember if we saw his accident or not. He's up ahead now, there's a back marker. Guessing you guys can hear that squeak of my rig as we bounce on that curb. Oh, driver off up ahead. Couple of drivers off up ahead. Careful on the rejoin, boys. That's Keith and Jerry. Nearly up to half race distance, so we're going to be in P6. Second slower on that lap though. Albeit we lost a bit of time, didn't we? With the two cars being off and just being a bit cautious.
Thank you, Scott. You didn't have to do that long ago.
Who's that over there? Brandon. Having a bit of a nightmare by the looks of it. Slow through that. Too cautious. Jamie Kennedy dropping down the order. Something's happened. Brandon off again there, and he's in the pits. That works out quite well. So 4 seconds back from Damien, 5 seconds clear of Sylvan. Ironic that it's the reverse grid race where we end up running in a bit of space. I suppose that's what happens when a big chunk of the field end up dead. Matt Weeks has just taken the lead. We're 7.5 seconds off the lead, which, given we've come through the pack, isn't too bad. I'm going to set a new PB. Which is pretty much all you can do here. Oh, I've just heard an alert. I don't know what it's for. I can't look. Oh, it's a new subscriber. Hello, Omar. Thank you very much for subscribing, buddy. Streamer problems. Not knowing where to look for that information. Then locking up on track because I'm thinking about it instead of thinking about the road and the car. Thank you all so much for joining the stream tonight. It's been 3 years since I last streamed, and I'm hoping to do more of it next year, particularly if we're going to be running more community races, but also potentially some live ranked sessions on iRacing and maybe on other sims as well. I don't think I can ever imagine getting super organised to have like a regular streaming night. Life's just a bit chaotic for that. But as an option to hang out and offer a bit more content on the channel, it could be a good one. Oh! Stop talking about the channel. Get my head back on the race. Just 5 minutes to go. Let's not do that again. Got 6 seconds back to Sylvan. So just got to keep it nice and sensible and bank in the top 6 here, I think. Which would be very nice indeed. Hell of a battle going on for the lead though between Weeks and Stedman. I thought Scott Warner would be up there, so something must have happened to Scott. He must have had a unlucky night tonight. He was definitely unlucky in race 1. Final quarter of the race. bring the car home now. Looks like Parker has finally got up in third. Oh no, he hasn't. Broadwith is back. And actually Parker's out. What has happened? Drama. Drama up the front. Normally at this point during a race video I'd say, right, we'll take a look at that, another look at that on the replay. Can't do that at the minute. But we will after the race.
Oh, the zebra, I don't even saw you coming.
I will take some requests. Scott has got past Sylvan behind. But if he does have more speed, hopefully he doesn't have enough laps to do anything about it in terms of challenging me. So Rick is in P4, but he's not. Has he gone as well? He has. We're in P4. Well, that is an unexpected bonus. Excuse the cough. I haven't wanted to make a big deal of it. I'm actually ill today. But I'm heroically soldiering on. I'm doing my best not to deafen you up with coughs and splutters. But any of you who've got a small child this season, it's just like non-stop illness. So P4, maybe just one more lap to go. It is the name of the game in reverse grid races. You just got to be on the track, man. I mean, that goes for any race, right? But particularly in a mixed up grid. And it is the final lap coming up. Going to miss out on a podium unless there's more shenanigans. But I mean, that is... P4 is already way beyond expectations. Oh, don't give me a dropped frame right there, mate. Sorry, it's been a bit more of a lonely drive the second half of the second race. Plenty of action though across the two. Now, just a couple more corners to go. It's so good to be able to race these Formula 4 cars again, by the way. Don't do it on the ranked grids anymore, because they were just too violent. So it's nice to come back to them, take the checkered flag in P4. Great racing, everybody.
Thanks, Ben.
Quite a lot of carnage in that one. Hope everybody, well, doesn't feel too aggrieved by any of it. We're going to be on stream for a little bit longer after these races and do a bit of an incident review, just look back on the race. So do feel free to come and join chat on the stream to my fellow drivers, and I'll take requests in terms of things to have a look at. Alright, cheers for racing tonight, guys, and the results of the championship will be updated on iRacing itself. I don't know how instantly after the race, but hopefully tonight, and you'll get a chance to see where we all are in the championship. And once again, I'm going to save replay, just in case. Righty. Wow. Joe, what happened, buddy? What happened? Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Really happy to do the event. Yes, Safety Squint. I've been looking for an AI title, and iRacing might be it, to be fair, for offline racing.
Okay.
I'm hoping MS2 might be that, but we'll see. I'm just testing the update at the minute. What have we got in the chat then, eh? I take it, David, my squeaking rig was a bit annoying. Apologies about that. We can fix it. We can fix it for the next one. Paolo died again. That's a shame. There is a face. I am here. Fancy seeing me here. Just give a chance for folk to get into the chat from the race, and we'll have a little look back through various incidents as we go. In fact, I'm going to hop into the chat myself. Alright, all. Let me know what you want to see. So there's almost going to be too much stuff to kind of troll through absolutely everything. So let me know. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a little look. I hope he doesn't mind at what happened to Joe, if I can. Maybe I can't, because he's not here anymore. Right. Let's get to the race start here then. Of the feature race. I'm going to keep checking chat. Give me a shout out if there's things you want me to take a look at. But in the absence of that, let's take a look at what happened up ahead. Because there were a couple of big shunts on this opening lap. Oh, so Joe's already off. What happened, buddy? Oh no, wide into T1. Back end's already given up. Does he keep it out the wall? Yes, he does. Does he keep it out of other drivers? I think so. But that is a blow. I've been there, Joe. I've definitely been there, buddy. Particularly when you qualify well. Oh, Keith, you're running my livery. Thank you very much, buddy. Here I am. David, I'm going to look out for those, mate. Look at that. I tell you what. That's you there, isn't it, David? We come extremely close to contact. See that on Chopper? Look at that. That could have been a different race too, had that played out slightly differently. And thankfully, nobody behind me came into the rear. What happens next year then? It's a big gaggle of cars coming into here. Nobody goes off wide there. We'll just review the first lap here, lads, and then we'll have a look at some other highlights. Oh yeah, that's right, that's Damien there, and he then basically builds a gap of about 8 seconds through the rest of the race. Oh, there's a big one, big hit. So that's Nick and Brandon. Uh-oh. Oh no, gonna be hard to see what has gone on there, but there's, I mean, that's never gonna end well, is it, essentially? But, oh, it's a big hit early on in the race. I don't know who drifted into who there, but it looked like a racing incident given how tight the cars all were on track. Thankfully, we survived. Unlucky to Nick and to Brandon, because that's early doors. Oh yeah, and then there was another shunt. I knew the first lap was a big one for that. Joe Ray, bowling ball himself, has he gone crashing into some skittles in this final corner? Oh, it's Paolo locking up. And I think it's caught him out. Yes, it has. Oh, and then actually it's the bowling ball who gets absolutely smacked into from Chris, who again, himself, is reacting. And is probably a little bit unsighted. Oh, it's hard to do anything with that. And that is the risk of these early laps. Hey, that's me. How close were we to that then? Oh yeah, it was just going on up ahead there. And then we managed to pass Chris. He's obviously going to be down on speed after that. Right, so that was the opening lap of the second race. I tell you what, I'm going to lose my overlays as well because we don't need them anymore. And they're just getting in the way. What have we got here then? Kev missed it entirely. Don't worry, Kevin. Chances to get involved, buddy. 2 more races to go and you can sign up. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. First lap and second race. So, Joe, we just saw a bit of it. Should we see a little bit more of it? Because I think that's potentially where it ended. But let's see what happened earlier on in the lap. Aha! You were here too. God. You survived this one, I think. Without any... I tell you what, you are a brave man, Joe, getting that close to the rear of another car. Here. I lack this fortitude. How did you not get collected in that, buddy? Unfortunately, your luck was not to last. Which is a shame. Was there anything else earlier on in that lap? Let's have a quick gander. Oh, you've gained some good places there. Let's put a more cinematic camera on for these. Around the outside. Love the Iron Brew livery, whoever that is. Oh, that's David, isn't it? A bit of wheel banging there. So very much a lap of 2 halves for you, Joe, I think. First half good. Second half, not so much. What are we going to have a look at? Parker almost won both. I'm going to have a look and see what happened at the end there, because I was shocked to gain a couple of positions out of that. Alright, Andrew, let's take a look at your opening lap. Let's have a gander. It's quite handy your livery, Andrew, because you can definitely not miss you in the rear view. Let's hop on board. Everybody did very well through there, you know, like not getting sort of checked up by the traffic. You can usually expect one or more drivers to run into the back of each other through there. It's fair play. Oh, that was close with Joe. I guess that was Joe. Oh no, Joe's further up the rear, the field. That was another whoopsie racing driver. And then that's me, just up ahead already. Lap 9, Keith. Alright, we'll take a look at that after this. Ooh, a little bit slow through there, Andrew, but it might save your bacon as we come up the hill and there's a big shunt off to the right hand side. Oh, it does. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? Is that somebody coming in behind you? Oh no, you just hit the curb. Ho, 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 ho. You could have been out. And then you were getting attacked on the right hand side. Right, who did I say I was going to have a look at? Lap 9 for Keith. Let's have a little look. Hiya, Keith. Lap 9. You've been in the pits, Keith. This is lap 9. I think you got the wrong lap here, Keith. Potentially the lap before you go in the pits. How about that? You've been in the pits twice. Oh, here we go. Danger, danger. Oh, that's Jerry getting in too close. Fair play, Keith, for getting off the racing line there. Because that front wing is knackered. Let's take a look at that from a different view, eh? And actually, you can see Jerry. Who's that? That's Rick. Oh, just carrying too much speed there, Jerry, buddy. That's a shame for everybody involved in that. The Broca liveries tonight not doing not doing too well. Turns out not a good luck charm, other than for me. And in the end, isn't that all we really care about? Bom, 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 bom. Who else have we got here? Collected Paolo after a few laps. Thomas, Joe. Let's see what happened with Parker late in this race. Forgive me, Jack's eye, I'm going to cough and have a slurp of tea while we do it. Okay, so it'll be towards the end. Here he is, and he's up against Rick, who amazingly is still going after being in the wars. Right, so it's going to be here. So he's down the inside. Oh no! Okay, we're going to need an off-board shot of that. They just cross paths through the mid part of the corner. Yep, and then they've got a bit stuck together. That is a huge impact. That is a huge impact, and I wonder if Rick got a meatball out of that. Let's take another look at it, because this was a big factor in my end result. Oh no. Love that livery, Parker, by the by, even if it looks a bit banged up. Take one more look at it. Absolutely flying down the inside, late move, but looks to have it done, and the cars just come together. Very, very unfortunate. What else we got going on then? Whoopsie murder. Jamie, anything from your race that you'd like to have a look at, buddy? Give me a lap. And let's go and find you. If you're like me, you probably miss Jamie Kennedy's streaming, because I used to really enjoy his iRacing streams. So come back, Jamie. I'll only say it once, so as to not embarrass you overly. But they were good times. Where are you running here? You're down in P17, so you weren't in P17 all that race. So what has happened? Oh, you've been in the pits. Who's that? That's Sylvan. Ah, okay. I think we came across this incident, didn't we? Because Sylvan was rejoining. Is that what's going to happen here? Is there going to be something down the bottom of the hill? Not this time. Very sensible, Jamie. But I've got a feeling something bad is about to happen. Sorry to anyone I killed, Bodie. Hey, it happens, buddy. Here we go then. This looks like it could be it. Let's hop off board. Chicanes of doom. We've got space given. Oh no! No! It's so unlucky. Jamie, buddy. That is unlucky. Fine, fine margins. Let's have a little look on the rear chase. Oh. Oh, and Andrew gets caught up in that as well. That is really unlucky, Chief. I'm amazed we didn't see a bit more of that, to be honest. I definitely lived in fear every lap going through those chicanes that the tyre wall was going to be the death of us. Who else have we got in the chat looking for something to be shown? Bum bum bum. I can't remember too much else from my race. Did we gain other positions later on? I'm not sure that we did. There you go, Keith knows the score. We do need you back, Red Kent. No pressure, obviously, but you got to do what's right for you. Only joking, but they were good times. What else should we have a look at? Is there anything from race 1? Lap 7, race 1, weeks. Yes, let's do it, Matt. Qualifying, heat 1, lap 7. Let's get you on, Matt. Great to have you on the grid, Matt, by the way, buddy. Enjoyed racing the touring cars with you. Way back when. Another whoopsie racing driver. And we're in the pits. Is that a clean sweep? Is that a clean sweep of whoopsie racing drivers in the pits tonight? Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh, is that us? Behind you? Yeah, it is. God, we were in some close... Oh, I remember this incident now. So this is where I backed out of chasing with Sylvan. And Matt, you had great pace, buddy, coming through the pack. And took David pretty quickly. But then, side by side through here... Oh my god. We've actually... That's crazy. What is that? Sylvan sent into another galaxy. Oh, let's try and get far chase on here to just see what happened. And that is a nuts accident. Wow. Oh. It's an ambitious place to overtake. I'm not surprised the screen goes to black after that. Good God. I don't think I've seen a more violent incident in this race so far. Let's see if we can get one more decent camera shot of it. Oh my God. That is crazy. Holy moly. Yep. That was that was a big one. Let's have a look at Damien go here. Racing with Andrew and who else are you racing with there? Don't recognise the livery. Bobby! What happened to Bobby? Where is Bobby? Sylvan buddy, I hope you're doing alright after that. Straight to the hospital for you. I wonder what happened to Bobby, because Bobby again, great speed, he's in P4 here. Does he get a good finish in race 1? We'll check the classified results before we end the stream tonight. Looks like you might have got a podium in race 1. Oh, no, hang on, we've had an overtake. So Andrew manages to get past. Let's see if we can see where. I'll have a little look at chat. Whoopsie Racing. Name says it all, man. To be fair, it's not as if they were all one-sided incidents, but there's Bobby's mistake, I think. Is that going to leave the door open to Andrew? It looks like it is. Going to be down the inside. Oh, but Bobby looks to defend it around the outside, but you just lose so much speed doing that. If you're going to give the other driver space, and that's good racing between the two of them, you just cost yourself so much speed and momentum through there. And I bet you Damien was thinking, this is my chance to get past as well. I don't know if he manages it in the laps to come. Let me have a look. has to settle in behind. He's got a little rear slide on there. You love to see it. Oh, he does get past him. Bobby, what happened? Has he made another mistake through here? There was a little bit of contact there. That shouldn't be anything major. Oh, what's happened? Oh no! Is that a disqualification? Was that a 1x that took him over? Apologies if I've missed this in chat, by the way, guys. But I didn't know that Bobby... That's got to be a DQ then, right? Or is that damage then? It's not a DQ. That is an unbelievably minor bit of contact. Curious. Bobby, if you're near the chat, come and let us know what happened there, because unless you're already carrying something from earlier in the lap, doesn't look it. Curious. Joe, race 1, lap 1. You fly over another car. How can I resist? Let's see. There you are, Joe. Lap 1. Did you do a pit lane start, Joe? Yes, you did. And it didn't help you, unfortunately. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking with the stream, by the way. And if you were so minded, and you haven't already, if you're enjoying yourself, you could leave a like on the stream, I'm told. And that helps with the YouTube algorithm. What's happened here, Joe? Keith, do you get extra points for 17x race 2? No, mate, you get a race ban for that kind of thing. Oh, look at this, Broca on Broca action. I've got a feeling this might be where Joe gets airborne. No, not yet. Oh, we're on lap 2 here. Oh, let's see it through. Maybe I'm on the wrong lap, but we'll find out. I don't think I am on race 2, buddy. Heat 1 should be race 1. Cheers for racing with us, Joe. Cheers for racing with us, Jamie. Really enjoyed being on the grid with you guys again, man. Fantastic stuff. And yes, next week, off to Brands Hatch, which will be no less chaotic. Alright, I am on the wrong lap here. So you didn't have a pit lane start. That's why I got that wrong. You were very much on the grid, but then were in the pits at the end of lap 1. That will explain matters. Never, Jerry. What else have I missed in the chat? Yeah! Whoa! That'll be that then. Another very big hit. We've seen some damage builds here, and that's with Chris Broadworth. Late entrant to the grid, and his first race didn't go according to plan. Let's just see what happens here. On board with Joe. Oh. Joe, buddy, caught out at the bottom of the hill, carrying a bit too much speed, and absolutely obliterated the rear left of the driver up ahead. Let's have a little look at that on Chopper. The race is only 12 seconds old at that point. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Any more, folks, because I'm probably going to start wrapping the stream up quite soon. Or, well, I'm going to go and see what's going on with the results. I had a car on me lap 2, race 1. I think we might have seen this, Scott, but let's take a look. I think because I was really curious in the break between the races, but we can take another look at it to see what had happened. Here we go. Is it here? No, it's next lap. think this is a mistake from Liam, who gets a little bit caught out with Brandon up ahead. Oh, Jerry, it made me laugh in the cockpit. I'm sorry, buddy. Oh my goodness me. Yep, that'll be it. Scott pitched right the way across the infield. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry to see that. You've had a bit of bad luck the last couple of community races as well that we did in the summer, from memory. Let me see from your onboard how that felt. Where are you, cockpit? There we go. Minding your own business on the outside, running a bit wide. It's the last thing you'd expect to see, to be fair, to be mounted by a car at that point. And yet, there you go. And back to the pits. The pit lane was pretty busy tonight. We got lucky, to be honest, didn't we, for not ending up there ourselves. Cheers, Keith. Thank you, Joe. Really enjoyed racing with you both. And yes, I think we're going to hop out of here, and I'm going to try, probably not that smoothly. I saved the replays, didn't I, to show you the results, but there's a good chance that you're gonna have a black screen coming up here soon. But let's see what happens. And nope, don't need to do that again. Yes, black screen, but iRacing window. Here we go. Results ready. Here we are. So we're in the feature race here. Let's start with the Heat 1 race and hand out some congratulations, shall we? So, Parker, tragedy in race 2, but you took the checkered flag in race 1. 20 championship points are yours. Andrew, P2. Parker and Andrew have had head-to-head battles in a few of our community races, so that's no big surprise. And then Damien, congratulations, rounding out the podium. I think that's a double podium for you then. We'll double check that in the next one. Joe, bringing home a P4 with a P5 for Jamie. So race 1 for Whoopsie Racing was pretty groovy, got to say. P4 and P5. Brandon, P6. And we did end up coming P7. Look at that. So something kicked off in the end there to... there was a disqualification for Keith, wasn't there? That's what's happened. So, or penalty of some kind, which has relegated Keith there down to P10. He was up front. I'm sure Keith will remind me where he was running when he got the boot from the race. And apologies if I missed that in the requests for the highlights, Keith. So P7, P8 for David Ross, P9 Nick Russell. Great finish, Nick. Well done, buddy. And then Paolo, to be fair, buddy, given you had a couple of moments, and this is your first proper run out in iRacing, P11 is very solid, my friend. And how many people ended up making the finish? Yeah, 20 drivers out of 25. Not bad at all, particularly given we know these incidents happened pretty early on in the race. Who's that getting disqualified? Daz. You did tell me that was a danger at the start. I'm guessing that's a lot of off tracks. So not qualifying. We want to be in the feature race then, and we've got Liam taking the race win. Fantastic, Liam. You must be delighted with that. Particularly after the unfortunate shunt with Scott in race 1. Good finish, Matt, in P2. I think Matt is also a Whoopsie Racing driver. So continuing some good points for them. Damien, yes, 2 P3s, and we come home with a cheeky P4, only 12 seconds off the lead. And a 134.5. So look, we weren't in the same league as Matt and Damien doing 133s, or Liam. But that is good pace. Pretty happy with that, given what I was running in practice, and having not done that much practice beforehand. Scott ended up coming home P5. I'm glad you salvaged something from those 2 races, buddy. Rick in P6 recovery and having been up in the top 3 until late in that race. Sylvan, despite being sent to like the Andromeda Galaxy in race 1, was able to get a P7 in race 2. David Ross, I think is that 2 P8s, David? It's there or thereabouts. And then Chris, I saw you pitting in, Chris, at the top of the screen quite a lot through those races, so I'm glad you came home in the top 10. And Jerry, you managed to bring another Broca car home in the top 10 as well. And then how many did we lose this race? A few more this time round. And Keith disqualified this time. Unlucky Keith, buddy. What might have been, it seems, a case of this time around. But there we go, guys. There's the first 2 rounds of the Broca LDFR Sim Racing Community Cup. Now you might have noticed Lorenzo was not on the grid tonight. He couldn't make this set of races, but he is going to be on the grid and hopefully streaming them as well for rounds 3, 4, 5 and 6 over the next 2 weeks. If you haven't checked out Lorenzo's channel, you definitely should. If you search LDFR Sim Racing in YouTube, you'll find it. He does fantastic content, VR content most recently, but he's got all sorts of stuff up on there that you should definitely check out, and he's a really good guy, is Lorenzo, so he'll be back on the grid next time around. Hopefully the bulk of the drivers that you've been out on track with today will be back as well, and we've got other drivers who are registered for the league who I know couldn't make it this time around, so we may have even more drivers taken at the track at Brands Hatch next time around. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in on the stream tonight. This is a first time back out for me in 3 years or so, so I know it's been a little bit ropey from time to time technically. I know there's a few squeaks in my rig that you can hear and things like that, but we'll get on top of that as we get up to speed with streaming again. But I've really enjoyed it. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing the races live, and there'll be more to come. So for now, I'm going to sign off. Thanks again, everybody. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Why not? And I'll have some more races probably coming from the iRacing ranked grids next week. I'm going to do something on AMS2. I've been having a little bit of a tinker with a new update. I find it really hard, if I'm honest, to give you a little preview into where I'm at on it. It's better, but it still just feels a bit odd, and I'm trying to kind of work out why that is and trying to give it its best chance of impressing. And it's definitely enjoyable in parts, but the update is so big, the game is so big, trying to get like a kind of informed view on it and not just kind of rush for a kind of bit of content out there as soon as possible. It's a challenging one, but I'm going to see. I've got a bit of time tomorrow, so I might commit something to YouTube on AMS2. But alongside that, we'll be on the iRacing grids for week 13 next week, and looking forward to the new content as well. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm going to head off. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next one.